In this video, we will be discussing how to make dilutions. Before getting started, there's a few things that we need to go over. The first being the proper lab attire. Goggles, jeans or pants, and closed-toed shoes should be worn at all times. Also, if you have long hair, it should be pulled back. The next thing you will need to know about is the meniscus. A meniscus is the curve seen in a container when a liquid is present. This is caused by the molecules in the substance having an attraction to the glass. To read a meniscus, you will view the container at eye level and record the volume from the bottom of the curve. One part of making a dilution is understanding the following equation. C1 times V1 equals C2 times V2. C1 is the initial concentration, V1 is the initial volume, C2 is the final concentration, while V2 is a final volume. In this lab, we are manipulating this equation to find the final concentration by plugging in the information that we control. Another important thing that you need to know before getting started is the definition of a stock solution and a dilution. A dilution is a solvent added to your stock solution in order to lower the concentration, while a stock solution is the concentrated solution you start off with before making your dilution. Now on to the lab. First, you will need to gather your materials. You need to transfer your blue dilution into a beaker for pipetting, and then do the same with your stock solution. You will then get your pipette and your volumetric flask, and you'll be ready to begin. Now you will rinse your pipette with stock solution to prevent miscalculation from the remaining water. Be sure to do this 3 times. Next, you will pipette roughly 5 milliliters of stock solution into your volumetric flask. Get as closely as you can to 5 milliliters and be sure to record your data from the meniscus. Also, when recording your solution in your lab notebook, be sure to record to 2 decimal places. Now write in your lab book the starting concentration of your solution and also write down the starting volume of your solution. These will serve as your C1 and your V1 out of your equation. Now rinse your pipette with the dilution just as you did the solution. Make sure to do this 3 times to prevent miscalculation. Now getting your dilution. You will pipette 20 milliliters of dilution into your volumetric flask. In this video, we pipetted 5 milliliters at a time until the amount of solution plus the amount of dilution was equal to 25 milliliters in our flask. Before moving on, in your lab notebook, you will record your final volume of 25 milliliters. After you have completed this, you will dispose of your stock solution in dilution down the drain as your instructors have told you to do so. Be sure to wash all glassware with soap and water and wipe down your lab area. Finally, you will finish all calculations in your notebook. Take the data written in your notebook above and fill in the C1 times V1 equals C2 times V2 equation and solve for your final concentration.